Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to talk about BTC on the 50-day chart. We're going to talk about BTC on the 21-day candle, and we're also going to talk about BTC on the 2-day chart, right? So basically, what I'm about to show you, just to recap it, what I'm about to show is like on the macro scale, on the 50-day chart, right? BTC is basically showing the bulls showing a very, very strong, uptrend. Okay, so even though we've been calling for lower numbers, BTC could possibly try to push above like 12k, 13k, and so on, if we're going to be able to close above 10.5 over the next few days and so on. I'm going to explain to you all of that good stuff, right? So we're also going to talk about the 3 weeks chart, which basically doesn't agree with the 50-day chart. So we're also going to take a look at it. We're also going to talk about the 21 EMA, which is basically very, very important on the 50-day chart, as BTC doesn't like to spend too much time below the 21 EMA on the 50-day candle, right? The 50-day candle, just to basically let you know before we get started, start like October 27th, and October 27th, 28th, you guys know it is a very, very important date, right? Even if you go back in 2017, 2018, 2019, you guys remember what happened back then, right? 2018, 2017, that's when we started the bull run. Actually, the last 50 day of the year, right? From October 28th all the way up to December 16th, right? And then we tapped at 20k December 17th. Same thing, okay? When we capitulated back in 2018, we started capitulating October 28th, and we bottomed, just about like December 16, and basically December 17 we started a new uptrend. And you take a look at it right there. Also, we started capitulating October 28th, right? And we bottomed right at October 16, and we started a new uptrend all the way up, to current level. So it is very important. October 28th, 27, 26, they are very, very important dates. We just have to basically pay attention. If you don't like high volatility, you might not even want to trade those 3 dates, right? So let's keep that in mind. So now, the yellow line you're basically seeing right now in front of you is like the 21 EMA, all right? The 21 EMA, I mean, we all know how important the 21 EMA, doesn't matter which time frame you're looking at, right? If you take a look at BTC, whenever we dip below the 21 EMA, price doesn't like to stay below it too long. All right, so you can see like the only 2 candles we got, okay, these 2 candles, these 2 low volatility candles, you can see like these are the last 2 candles, right, that open and close below the 21 EMA. And it's been like over 5 years, guys, 5.5 years, we haven't seen a BTC close, okay, open and close candle below the 21 EMA. This candle right there did open above it, right? But we closed below it. So it is very important. So the capitulation we got back in basically 2018, from like October 28th, right, to December 16th, right, 2018. You can see like we opened below it, but we opened above it, but we closed below it. But guess what? After that, we didn't have any red candle below the 21 EMA. It is very, very important, guys. So you take a look at it. It's almost like 2 years, right? It's been over 2 years, right? I mean, it's almost over 2 years. We haven't seen a red candle below this yellow line. Okay, so that is very, very bullish. Okay, it is very, very bullish. And you take a look at it back then, back in 2015, as soon as we, open and close above this line, that's it, guys. We've been like, basically pumping all the way up to 12k, all the way up to 20k, and so on. So are we going to repeat the same scenario again? Let's see, okay, what we're going to get after, the current 50-day candle close, just about like October 27th, and we're going to, basically start a new candle just about like October 28th, right, and so on. So actually, this candle going to close like just about October 27th, right? So we're going to start a new candle October 28th. So let's see if the next 50-day candle going to be able to try to retest 20k, because it is a 50-day candle. It is not a 3 weeks candle. It is not a weekly candle. It can take its time, right? We might be bearish you know, the first week of, you know, November and all of that good stuff, just like back in 2017 when market dumped like November 3rd, right, to November 5th. But guess what? November 13th, 2017, market started pumping all the way up to like a 20K. So that's a bullish setup, right? So the bearish setup is like the bearish setup I'm watching, right? Okay, it is like if this candle right now, the current 50-day candle, okay, started like September 7th and going to close just about like, you know, October 27th. If we close below 10.5, okay, listen carefully. If we close below 10.5, it is going to be actually very bearish. Why it is going to be bearish? Take a look at the candle pattern we could possibly get. We're most likely going to get something like this. Okay, most likely it is going to be red. Doesn't have to be, but most likely it is going to be red. And we're going to get a big wick to the upside, just like that. Right? We're going to get a very big rejection. Okay, if we close below 10.5, especially like below like 10K, let's say below 10K. Okay, because this candle right there, that's the first bullish candle, right, above 10.5 since 2017. That's the first bullish candle above 10.5 since 2017. So it is pretty significant, like, to basically pay attention to these little details. So if we close above 10.5, okay, over the next 7 days, BTC basically could be pushing much higher. So let's just keep that in mind, right? So now if we close below it, guys, we just gonna have to switch to our basically 3 weeks chart, right? Because what we said regarding the 3 weeks chart, we said whenever we get basically a bearish top formation, right, we tend to basically capitulate, right? Just like this. You can see like the top formation we got back in 14K, we basically capitulated. First quarter 2020, what we got right there, a tweezer top, we capitulated. So we got another one right there. This one was basically pretty engulfing, and I was like, guys, let's be cautious, because we could be going all the way back up to 12K, right? So this candle gonna close like tomorrow, okay, in a day or so. So as soon as we close this candle, right, and if like we start like seeing some dropping and all of that good stuff, and try to close this candle below like 10K, that's going to be extremely bearish, because guys, we're gonna get like two engulfing candle, right? Two engulfing candles, right? Basically tweezing, we could call it a tweezer, right? Two engulfing candle, right next to each other, not literally, right? But you can see like it took like 42 days to go back to 12K, right? But it took only like 3 weeks to drop all the way down to 10K from basically from 12K. Do you see what I'm saying? So we could possibly get a single 3 weeks bearish candle right there, and I'm going to be extremely bearish if that's the case. If like we close this candle, you know, somewhere around like a November 16 and so on, and all of that good stuff, it means we just have to forget about the 50-day candle and basically just go by our bearish setup, which is like whenever we get a bearish engulfing candle on a 3 weeks chart, we tend to capitulate. Okay, we tend to capitulate, but we have to wait till we get it in order to basically confirm it. Okay, if we get another one right there, right? So now let's go back to the bullish good stuff, right? So if you take a look at the bullish good stuff, you can see like on the 20-day candle, right? Not 20-day, but the 2-day chart, right? On the 2-day chart, right? Few days ago, we said, take a look at BTC right there. Okay, as soon as price pump above the 21 EMA on the 2-day chart, we said, guys, the MACD already crossed bullish, right? Price is above the 21 EMA, that's bullish. Okay, we don't have any bearish setup right now. That's why I'm not shorting BTC, because market is not basically trading basically below the 21 EMA. Okay, it doesn't mean I can't short it, but it doesn't mean I cannot short it. But I just want to be cautious, right? Trying to short it above the 21 EMA, on the 2-day chart, and market could basically try to retest like 12K and so on. But it is still bullish. 2-day chart still bullish. So wait till we basically break, you know, 2-day 21 EMA basically to confirm it, right? Unless you basically taking like a, you know, 2 to 3% swing, stuff like that, you could basically find some, you know, find some bearish setup on a 6-hour time frame and all of that good stuff. But 2-day and upward, you know, up to weekly, you just have to be very, very cautious, right? Now let's take a look at the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is very, very important. Once again, also, as long as we stay above the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame, short-term volatility, you know, bulls in control. Okay, bulls are in control, so it is something that we just have to keep in mind. And we're about to get a high volatility range. All right, so you take a look at our MACD is not basically moving, it's not doing anything, it is just moving sideways, right? So we're about to get a big move over the next few weeks and so on. If we break, once again, if we break this 12K, guys, you know, it is going to be very, very bullish. If we get rejected, right, and close below the 21 EMA short term, right, short term trading, it most likely going to be dipping all the way down to basically weekly 100 EMA, right? So that's all I wanted to cover for BTC. We basically talked about the 50-day chart. We talked about the bearishness on the 3 weeks chart, and we basically talked about the bullishness on the 2-day chart, right? So it is up to you to make up your own basically a decision and see, you know, what you want to do and what you basically looking to do over the next few days, because October going to be end of October, first week of November going to be highly volatile. So let's just keep that in mind, because if we get a 40% pump like last year, most analysts have been saying BTC going to 50K, and it's almost like 12 months. And I was like, guys, do not basically fall for it, right? Do not fall for it. We're still going to be dropping down to like a 6K and so on. And we did that exactly. So if we pump to the upside, you know what to expect. If we dip down below the 50-day 21 EMA, below 8K, it is going to be bullish. So most people are going to be saying, oh, we're going to drop all the way down to 1K and all of that good stuff. But most likely, even if we drop down to that level, we might not even we might not even stay too long below like the 21 EMA on the 50-day chart, right? All right, guys, if you're new to our content, make sure to hit the likes. Make sure to join our public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join my premium group for daily analysis, live discussion, trading, alt setup, BTC, Ethereum, Chainlink, and all of that good stuff, make sure to basically send me a message, and we basically gonna give you access to our premium group. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.